It's the NFL on EA Sports, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. He comes in fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Pats and the Saints, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scotts alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. They figure out who they are and what they are right now. Their biggest strengths and their most glaring weaknesses. In this game, it's about emphasizing those strengths, hiding those weaknesses, and playing some winning football.
This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Another carry for him. Past midfield to the 45. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. On the comeback route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They're now set for 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. This is ahead for about 5. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the 24. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
This is complete to Olave. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. That one right down the middle. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now it's the Patriots' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Katie certainly produced a lot of highlights last week, but he gave the defense a couple as well on those interceptions. And I don't care how many touchdowns as a quarterback you throw in a game, you turn it over a couple times at a loss, put your defense out there a few more times, those moments you remember. And what should really be driving him to get the win this week.
This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a New England first down. Now a give on the counter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To the air on first down, May. Dumped off to his running back. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a New England first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal. So before they can set up for another play... All right, time to get this 2nd quarter going. The Patriots set up inside the red zone. They'll send him up the middle. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Patriots finish off their opening drive. Drake made the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Patriots respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Saints and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Here's 2nd and 5. Connects with Johnson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. He'll look to throw. Complete out to the right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They have themselves another 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. They'll try and throw it here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw. This finds Smith. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a second quarter lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 32 on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going play action, May. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Saints grab it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Dax Hill up for the stop. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And they take him down right along the 30. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. To throw it on first down. Brought in close to the 8. It's a New Orleans touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. Has room down the left sideline. Touchdown, New England! The Patriots make it a 1-score game before halftime. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Did we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. Kyle Duggar holding him down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot. Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Pats will take over. 1st down throw for May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And it's going to be 2nd down. On play action, here's May. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a New England 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 43. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
May now on 3rd down. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's May. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. They get 5 yards, and that is how we close out half number 1. So we're at halftime here in beautiful New Orleans, and it's the Saints who've got the lead as we head to the break. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Michael Wilson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Joe Mixon, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground.
Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Patriots ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's May. He lofts it deep left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be third down. May now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down. Gibson here from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 14. He's got it near the 10. And he's out of bounds after a nice pickup to the 10. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Into traffic, complete. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to make it in for the New England touchdown. The Patriots cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Close play here, so the officials want to take a second look at it. Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
And his instincts right on for that one. Took a second look at it and ends up... And he scores! It's a New England touchdown! The Patriots cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots tie this game at 21. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Saints returning their offense and this running back to the field. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. To the air now on 1st and 10. This finds Moreau. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Motioning left is their running back. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. The give now out of the shotgun. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he gets them what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Patriots will be backed up pretty deep to start the drive. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Pitts brings it in. And he'll get it up to the 27. It's a pickup of 11. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Into the hands of Pitts. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
On the option, here's Gibson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a New England 1st down. Made to throw it. Got a man, it's Mayer. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Down to the 10. tackle. He's down at the 5-yard line. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Patriots take a fourth-quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He lets a heater go deep. They connect on the deep shot. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Throw right side, cut by Olave. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 27. Gets this to Johnson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. On first down, they'll run. Juke the defender. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints losing by 7. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Patriots make the play that should win them this game.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
They'll run here on first down. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Give now to the running back. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Another carry for him. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. On the move into the red zone. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper, and that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots double their lead to 14. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this won't affect the outcome, but a positive note to end it as he scores as time expires. The Saints now within 1 score in the 4th. They send him straight up the middle. And he's not going to get in. Not that the 2 would have really made a difference. This one already decided. So the Patriots come in and take the win on the road.